Hey, you ever wanted to know what happened to that woman after the ending of The Geek 2? No? Well, too bad. Here's what I imagine is the end result. The Son of Bigfoot, or Bigfoot Jr., or as my copy calls it, Son of Bigfoot, is a 2017 movie primarily made by a Belgium studio, N-Wave Pictures, which was founded by the director of this movie, Ben Stassen. They came about in 1994 and started out with various shorts before going on to make feature-length movies, their first being Fly Me to the Moon, which of course didn't do too well. However, after a couple of direct-to-DVD films, they ended up making Thunder in the House of Magic, which for the record I have seen and actually like quite a bit. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Then, after the disappointment that is Robinson Crusoe, aka The Wildlife, they ended up making today's film, which is currently their highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes at 74%. The second highest being Thunder in the House of Magic at 71%. I was already amazed that someone would make a film about a kid being related to Bigfoot. How the hell did it get a high Art E score? Now I'm really curious, especially since one of the writers is Bob Barlin, who wrote The Nut Job 2. Could this film really be good enough to be decent? Only one way to find out. Let's go looking for the Son of Bigfoot. We open with some rather cheerful music among the credits, featuring science pictures, and then cut to some scientists being chased by guard dogs. Apparently, Dr. Harrison, as he's called, is being chased for some reason, which is why they're only now darting him, and not when he was climbing that rock wall a moment ago. Oh, the music's still playing. Yeah, doesn't fit the mood of this scene.
Don't use your dart gun! We got him cornered! Ah! We were so close!
Well, maybe next time, arm your guards with darts, and maybe then he wouldn't have gotten to this point. Elsewhere, we see the family of the scientist, with the mother sad that her husband is possibly dead or missing forever. Oh well, years later, we see their son, Adam, voiced by Pappy Faulkner, in detention, for some reason, and getting bullied, for some reason. Then, as he goes to get the gum out of his hair...
Holy crap!
We're not even 4 minutes into the movie, and that's with the credits, and we're already doing this? Though to be fair, it didn't take us that long to find out Scott was literally becoming a werewolf, but at most, he didn't display any physical changes until a bit later. This is the first time Adam is undergoing some kind of change, and he's already got big feet. I could have settled for him making loud sounds and having enhanced senses. Then they could have done the feet a little later on. But speaking of senses...
Look at his shoes!
What?
Spazzler used to be my history class. That's why I changed classes.
He's got like no friends.
Exposition dump? How could that be? Quick, go into a closet and pretend the world being as small as an island.
Forgot your backpack. Cha-ching! 2 points!
No, I told you I was playing soccer with my friends and the ball hit me in the face.
Oh yeah? What friends of yours play soccer?
The British ones. My mates. But they called soccer football.
Kid, you have a bullying problem. Tell her at least, and maybe they could get the school to do something? The worst they can do is say no. I'm guessing it's the hair that made him a freak, which seems like a dumb reason to be an outcast, but the next day it grows back. Must be the Santa Claus effect. Anyway, time for more awkward exposition.
Hey, I hate your meatloaf!
What? Listen, my meatloaf is... Oh, Adam.
What?
That hat.
What about it?
That was your father's.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I don't know. He died. I didn't mean to make you sad.
So this gag about his hair and him hating Meatloaf turned into a "oh my dad's dead" sad moment. How did that happen? She notices some of his hair grew back, but thinks she missed some spots. Yeah.
I can't believe you don't like my meatloaf.
I'll let you in on a secret, Mom. Nobody likes your meatloaf.
Dude, you could have softened it by saying that nobody likes Meatloaf, period. Otherwise, you're just singling her out as a bad cook. Meanwhile, at Hairco,
All powerful men have one thing in common. Great hair.
nice hair, but you got a bit to go before you become the superior life form.
Hair coat toupees have been worn in secret by some of the greatest men in history.
I'm going to pretend this movie is making fun of Donald Trump because clearly this man is the villain and he only recognizes other villains for their hair. And I guess them having too many cameras is kinda funny. Anyway, Wallace Eastman, voiced by Terrence Stone, tells the businessmen that his company is doing DNA manipulation to cause real hair growth, which is why they're experimenting with animals who tend to have a lot of it. Kind of ironic that Terrence is playing a character who has a hair growing obsession when he played a villain in Bobobo who wanted to get rid of all hair. I'm guessing this has something to do with Adam and his late father, but that would require seeing what happens later. Anyway, time to answer my question about bringing up the bullying problem to the principal.
Adam, you are what we call a... Mildred, what are we saying instead of spazoid these days?
Normally challenged, sir.
Oh, and, how would I say friendless loser?
Mid-level acquaintance deficiency.
No fighting policy at this school. Zero tolerance. You fight, you're suspended.
Getting beat up counts as fighting?
A fist can't punch without a face to receive it. No fighting means no fighting.
This school is almost as bad as Kunikigaoka High School. Seriously, even doing nothing will get you into trouble. I hope his mother sues the school.
You got me suspended.
You should be happy. You hate school.
My dad's gonna kill me. He's got a 10 strikes policy. And this is strike 10.
And whose fault is that for taking your daddy issues out on him constantly? Oh, mess with his hat, you get pushed. So of course we get a short chase sequence through the park before he gets caught, only for his strange growth to kick in and let him do... that. And yeah, his feet got a little bit bigger. Anyway, after one of them throws a rock through his window, good luck explaining that to Mom, he finds a lunchbox at the bottom of a vent and finds an assortment of...
Broken hearts, breaking down.
Perfect timing on that song. An assortment of charts, letters, and what appeared to be an address carved into some wood. Turns out these are all letters from his father, who isn't dead after all, and has been sending Mother letters every so often.
Your dad, he's alive. That's all I can tell you.
Are you kidding me?
I know, it's hard, but you've got to trust me.
Trust you? You're a liar. You've been lying to me every day of my whole life.
Adam, please.
I thought you were the one person I could trust, but you're just like everybody else. I hate you.
Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world.
So after that outburst, he decides to run away to the address he found to hopefully find his father that his mother's been hiding from him for so long. I'd probably feel bad for him if he made more effort to not lie himself, but I guess it's only okay for him to lie about his school troubles than it is for her to lie about her husband. He somehow manages to get a ride with a truck driver after saying he would be at fault if he were to die in the cold rain, which leads into the following day where Mother finds her son gone. Once he arrives, he finds the mailbox that the address is tied to, and...
Squirrel!
He starts chasing the squirrel before eventually taking to the beauty of nature, and we have our eventual reveal of his father through another chase sequence.
Holy cow, what in the heck was that?
Okay, this isn't the reveal I mentioned, but if you look at that bobblehead, you'll notice it's one of the characters from House of Magic. You know what? Maybe I should look at that one next, instead of that one anime movie I found the other day. The one about the witch girl and some flower. The guy reports this to This World's Inquirer, and after the quickest publication ever, Wallace gets a copy of the photo.
It's a dead end. We gave up the search for Bigfoot 10 years ago.
With all due respect, if this thing is real, we have to have it. It's the genetic bridge we've been looking for.
Oh, no. I'm not wasting a fortune on another wild goose chase.
Think of the hair growth potential locked in that DNA. No more sprays, no more toupees, just real hair.
Why? Let's say for the sake of argument that this is the genuine Bigfoot of legend that people have been speculating for as long as 1973. Why would that make your hair growth formula suddenly work? Oh, but this part gets me.
Is that who I think it is?
We think so.
Then I only have one more question. Who took this photo?
Is he implying he knows something about Adam? Also, apparently the news of this guy finding Bigfoot is not on paper yet? Then what the hell were they looking at? Anyway, Wallace and crew find Adam's backpack and recognize the name Harrison. As they check their house, and of course Mother is out looking for Adam, we finally get to see the Bigfoot of this movie.
Don't come any closer! Oh! What are you?
Well, I'm not sure how to break this to you, but I'm your dad.
Dad? No, you're not. Where is he? What did you do with him? Did you eat him?
No, I promise, Adam. I'm your dad.
Stop saying that! Yeah! And back off!
Ooh, easy, killer. Don't twig me to death. Calm down. You have nothing to fear.
Oh, man. My dad is Bigfoot?
Yep.
He's supposed to be the real Bigfoot. Oh boy, this raises so many questions. Like, how did you meet his mother, who by the way is now caught by Hairco? How did you become a scientist? And explain how you healed his leg with mystic magic powers? Movie, there's a reason why Wolf Children did the whole married to a cryptid being better. It only focused on the relationship between the man-wolf and woman, and a mother's struggles at child raising with the added element of them being part wolf. It wasn't trying to be overly funny or complicated. It was actually heartwarming with a different goal in mind. This, on the other hand, is trying to be a wholesome family comedy with awkwardness of a kid whose father is Bigfoot but has the whole kids bond with missing father shtick. In some aspects it kinda works, since the father is showing him some of the benefits of being a humanoid animal. It's just difficult to really get into it when it treats itself like a majority of family films. Not as much. Any pop cultural stuff is limited to a few instances and are reasonable, like the quick mention to Batman, and I haven't heard one person fart yet. Like, so far it's pretty tame. And it seems like it's really trying not to fall into many of the same traps as other films, and just be wholesome with it. Still, we have more to go, so it has time. At any rate, naturally, being an animal man lets you understand animals.
The secret here is to slow things down.
Adam, you look better in real life than in your photo.
No way.
Yes way.
It works.
What am I, chopped liver? Jeez, he doesn't even introduce me.
The trees talk too? This place is like a Disney movie.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Although, funny enough, this and House of Magic seem inspired by Disney in the way of designs. Yeah, the animation almost feels like when Disney started out doing more CG movies. With this being at around, Meet the Robinsons and Bolt in terms of quality, for the most part it does look nice and presentable. Though sometimes sequences can feel choppy. The hair quality is surprisingly decent too.
Please don't talk, you stupid idiot.
That's just Trapper.
Ajante. Ow! Oh, yeah. This is my lovely wife, Weecha. She's also Ajante.
Oh, hello.
Nice to finally meet you, Adam. Your dad talks about you all the time.
Every real man has a son. I got kids on the way myself. All boys.
We don't know that.
I can tell. How you doing, fellas? Getting big and strong in there?
Okay, that was kind of funny too. Now, even though this is obviously playing off the whole cute talking animal trope, you could still get a laugh out of me if the characters make good humor, and if this has merit to the story. We already established what Bigfoot can do and what he is, so it makes sense that this would be a feature and it can be integrated. How it integrates this feature, and the effectiveness of it, is determined by what else happens in the movie. I also want to mention that the majority of voice actors are ones that I know do a lot of TV and video game roles besides film, and there are way too many to mention. But one more I do want to make is that Bigfoot is voiced by Christopher Parson, aka Gladios from Final Fantasy XV. I never thought I'd see him in anything else outside of that, but hey, that's different. Despite the bigger plotted hand, we need to show off how these animals work with Bigfoot in getting rid of hunters. Nice thinking. I guess you're gonna make them turn around and...
Back to my hamburger.
That'd be a chicken burger.
Whatever burger.
Well, these two must really love them McDonald's.
I saw it first.
We got him, my friend. I told you dousing ourselves in that bear urine would make us indetectable. Yep, he's a goner.
I love destroying nature's most majestic creatures.
At least he was honest. And you lost me. You had something going, but you had to goof off first. Well, after scaring them off, Adam and Father go to have more bonding time. After enough time passes, we finally get an explanation to the Bigfoot thing that probably explains that Haircomb monitored the family and how it is that his father got found by them.
When I was in medical school, I started studying my hair growth, desperately trying to make sense of what was happening to me. I discovered a rare DNA mutation in my blood was triggering a resurgence of Neanderthal features. Every day I was becoming more of a Bigfoot. Hairco found out about my experiments. At first, they tried to hire me. But when I declined, my lab was ransacked and all my research stolen. That's when things got really out of control. They threatened your mother. We couldn't go anywhere without being followed. I knew the only way to keep you safe was to disappear.
So it doesn't quite explain where you came from, other than possibly alluding to the fact that one of your ancestors is related to Bigfoot. But otherwise, they are now at least explaining why the company knows about the family and how they might have known Adam through monitoring, since here we see Shelley meeting with Wallace.
He died a long time ago. You know that.
Yes, well, no. Some new evidence has come to my attention. Please, read the headline.
Baby born in a pumpkin.
The other headline.
Bigfoot? Really?
Before he disappeared, your husband was working on strange experiments, studying hair growth. Hair like we've never seen. Hair like that of, say, a Bigfoot? Quite a coincidence, wouldn't you say? Your son happens to show up at the first Bigfoot sighting in 10 years? I don't think your husband was studying Bigfoot. I think he is Bigfoot.
Well, he would be a Bigfoot, since again, we don't know where the hell he came from or who his parents are. For all we know, his mother really was that lady from the Geek 2. Weecha, who along with Trapper were out scavenging at the same diner, notice Shelly being taken away and overhear their plan to tear down the forest to find Adam. And since they were doing this because he came here to begin with...
You led them right to us. And what's worse, you put your mother in danger. Adam, what have you done?
I didn't mean to.
Actions have consequences.
Well, maybe if you and Shelly had bothered to let him in on the fact a hair-growing company is hunting your ass, maybe he would have understood that you shouldn't be found right now, and he'd get it. Adam turns himself in, and he gets taken to where his mother is. He seems to reveal the location of where his father is, but it turns out to be a geyser. Wallace ain't happy, though, and takes Adam with him. For once, at least someone has the idea to try unlocking the car door to run, but they disabled it, apparently.
Your father's DNA can help millions of people. People who just want a full head of healthy hair.
So you just take some DNA and let him go?
Not exactly. We'll be partners. Your dad will work exclusively for us.
Just say you want to kill him and take the DNA that way. We know that's what you really want. In a truly diabolical twist, when they have the forest start burning, Wallace gets out of the car so he can push it down to where it is, because he plans to lure Bigfoot out with Adam inside. It catches fire rather quickly, and it looks like there's nothing Adam can do. But Dad shows up to save him and gets started. Naturally, after Wilbur gets Adam away from a falling tree, Wallace takes Dad away, leaving everyone to... leave.
Wait, where are you going?
To find a new place to start over.
You're just gonna leave?
Well, not much left here for us, is there? Way to go, man.
I've got a plan, but I need your help.
It's your problem, not ours.
This isn't about me. It's about my dad. I made the mistake. He shouldn't have to pay for it. I just came out here to find my family. I'm sorry.
Well, sorry isn't gonna unburn down our forest.
If I could take it back, I would. But I can't. Please, guys. I need your help.
When animals go up against humans, humans always win.
But you just went up against humans not too long ago, and you beat them. So why is this different?
What would Bigfoot do if you were in trouble? Would he just walk away? Sometimes doing the right thing is hard. I'm not gonna tell you it won't be dangerous. But the only way we stand a chance is if we work together. Please, Bigfoot needs your help.
The kid's right. Bigfoot needs us.
I agree with them. I'm in.
All right, then. We're in.
Well, wait. We're not even gonna discuss it? Yeah, I was gonna say into. You just said it first.
What do you say, Wilbur?
Okay, let's do it for Bigfoot.
I would have thought they'd want to save him right away. Besides, apart from some bits of characterization, they didn't really have any kind of arc to go on. Not even Wilbur. Otherwise, this just seems like animal sidekicks are getting involved for no other reason than to save their friend. And I'm guessing the magic healing power is really some kind of regeneration that works on more than just hair, but they only care for that part.
Or not.
Get back!
Oh, no, there's no need for that.
Do you have any idea what that thing costs?
I'm sure we've got another one. The benefits of being rich. This thing here, I have no idea what it is. But we'll replace it too. The only thing of value here is our new friend.
The benefit of being rich. Being able to replace mechanical stuff, but unable to replace organic life. I'm evil! Adam and friends take a ride to the lab while the new serum is tested.
What's going on? My hair! It's growing! Oh!
Okay, so Adam uses what he learned to survey the area. Very well at that. And while they have Steve peck at the cameras, the rest sneak in. Where did he get that sock? They locate Dad but get trapped in the security room. So, in something I kinda find cool, they arm themselves.
Freeze!
Fire! Fire! Keep firing!
Gotcha, you little weasel.
Why don't you pick on somebody your own side? Bring it on, suckers!
Oh no, not Rocket Raccoon! Soon the group gets down to just Adam as the others get captured, as he flash runs his way to his father. We have a quick, I wish I could have been there moment, before Wallace shows up and his dad makes it sound like he wants to stay so Adam can be safe. But of course, after getting far, Adam hits the fire alarm to put the place on lockdown. And then there's a random bit where I guess everybody hates Trapper, i.e. they save freeing him for last. Geez, some friends you are. Adam convinces his dad they have to go, and they start to make their escape while also sabotaging the place. Only one way out of this one, ziplining. But oops, Wallace has them cornered. And once again, it comes down to whether or not they want to sacrifice family to be free. But of course, since Adam has the DNA, he could just take him and kill off Dad, which he seems to do so.
I hate to break it to you, but that's only a flare gun.
Flare guns still hurt, asshole. He fires it off at the building, which is filled with toxic gas now, which is very flammable. Everyone escapes, except for one.
Don't just stand there! Pull me up!
Ooh, that must hurt.
He's dead, you idiots! Disappointing, I know, but still. Okay, no, he's not. But we got to bring up that one superpower from before.
Adam?
Dad?
Never complain about Pokemon Tears reviving someone ever again. So after Mom disposes of Wallace, Dad promises they won't be hiding anymore. And I guess because part of the forest burned down, the animals are now going to be living with Adam. But hey, at least the raccoons had their children. Dad is more active at home, and Adam no longer has to worry about bullies because he's able to fend them off, but only with his friends. Oh, and that girl that sometimes showed up in the movie is now interested in him. The end! So that was Son of Bigfoot, and surprisingly it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. No, really, it wasn't bad at all, and I was really expecting it to be given the name and initial trailer. Though it definitely could have been better. While the film ultimately doesn't follow too many trends that other animated films do, like it doesn't go too crazy with the pop cultural references, the animal sidekicks not being annoying, and the plot being rather wholesome despite the premise, it seems to play it too safe, which has the side effect of not taking full advantage of its concept. Sure, it's there, but it seems like the humor they try to inject into it doesn't always hit, while the ones that do are far from in between. The villain is, of course, one note, as he only wants to be rich and famous, while at the same time be some egomaniac who can keep track of everything like a criminal mastermind. The main cast is alright, but more than anything, they don't do enough to stand out from other movies. Which, and this is probably the worst I can say about the movie, it's just not very memorable to me. I probably wouldn't have known about this movie outside of the name alone, and that would have grabbed people's attention because, well, you know the obvious joke. But I guess on top of a relatively decent plot, good voice cast, and some decent animation, I can see why people would like this over other Enway films. It is made with some experienced talent, it doesn't rely heavily on standard children's animated tropes, at least not as much, and is more or less just harmless enough that you can show it to anyone. Your mileage may vary, but personally, this one is okay. And at the end of the day, it's still miles better than those dog movies we sat through lately. And you know what? I think next time, assuming nothing happens between now and then, I will review that House of Magic movie. I need at least one good cat movie to go over after all we've went through. And if I remember this movie well enough, I think that might just be the one. Until then, I'm the Media Hunter. Media's my prey, and reviewing them my way.
Hello there, cowboy. What are you in for?
Murder. Just joking, I eat carrots.
You're funny.
Tina, get me out of here! This is not the time for fraternizing with inmates.